I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
BoxingVoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe is right. I wanna be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold the record for pay-per-view. Me.
My job. I know my job. I know my situation. I want to fight. That's what I'm doing. Check it, you know. Fight is gonna be very difficult for both of us.
BoxingVoice.com. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Listen, I'm coming to you live right from Pound for Pound Gym. Now, this isn't the best look because I'm elevated. I'm on the second floor, so I'm going to try and set things up with this mobile, and maybe we can do a, floating camera. But we do have the ring set up, as you can see. Trevor Mccumby is here, little off to the right of the ring, and he's being interviewed. But TBV will be live for today's media workout. So if you guys are into Erislandy Lara, Trevor Mccumby, Rolando Romero, and whoever else pops up, because I seen Rockman Jr. is here. You got the Trainer of the Year, Bob Santos, is here. You have Ring TV's Cynthia Conti here. You have Fight Hub's Marcos Villegas is here. You have all the Smoke podcasts. They're here. I think that's, the dudes that used to be from Showtime. I'm not 100% sure, but could be wrong, could be right. Who knows? And I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We up here. So, all right, I just connected this. Let's see. Can we... This will be start iPhone camera. Bam. Yeah. We want this. We're going to connect that. Come on. All right, we got to let it turn on first. Resume. Come on, fams. Connecting to the Mac. Ain't connect yet. Oh. What happened there? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. All right, but I'm going to get it together. I'm trying to give you that floating angle because, as you can see, that's the ring. But eventually, everybody will be in that ring. Let me turn the phone number off, as we won't be using that at the moment. But we are taking calls on Discord and Twitter Spaces. And we will be taking live interviews from, the fighters here on deck. Give me a second. All right, here we go. Shut that off. Now all the media members are getting around the ring now, as... looks like maybe Trevor is getting ready to step in the ring. Yeah, this ain't work yet, and that's okay. We're going to make sure we get it done. I'm trying to get the phone to work as a floating camera. That still ain't work. I don't get it. Oh, there you go. There we go. All right. Let me see something. I wonder if I disconnect, is that gonna... That ain't turn. Why it ain't turn with me? I guess it don't turn. Let me try. What other app could I try this? A camera. Cameo. Let me try Cameo. Give me a sec. Trevor's in the ring, so I'll put the camera on Trevor. And that's Mr. Mccumby in the ring. And we got John Eder, the Candyman. He's in here too. He just got the win on the card with Mayweather. All right. So Trevor's doing jump rope in the ring. This is the challenger that will be facing Caleb Plant. You know, can he give Caleb Plant a loss, or will Caleb, you know, get back in that win column? Trevor got that strong mustache, huh? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Mr. Trevor Mccumby in the ring. Shooting some feints there. Just shaking it out. Pound for pound gym getting pretty packed here. A lot of media members showing up for today's media workout. We should be getting Erislandy Lara, Caleb Plant, Rolando Romero, Trevor Mccumby live in the ring now. If you want to check out the media workout, you can check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where you can see Trevor in action. Just unveiled the in-shape body, letting Caleb Plant know he's 100% ready for this big opportunity on the Canelo versus Berlanga undercard. You know, he gets an upset win over Caleb Plant. Who knows what can potentially be on the horizon for Mr. Mccumby, you know? Dare I say the great white hope, eh? But, yep, we're live from Pound for Pound Gym right now for the media workout. Looks like TMT's John Eder. Come on over, brother. Come on over, put this headset on. What's going on, John Eder?
John Candyman Ken, John Candy Easter, John El Dulce.
El Dulce.
Yeah, that's Candyman in Spanish.
Make sure this is right there. Try it again.
John Candyman Easter.
Putting it a little closer.
John Candyman
There you
Easter.
go.
The Candyman Ken, the one and only.
Yes, sir. So, man, you're just coming back from Mexico.
Yes, sir.
Picked up a big win out there on the Mayweather Gotti 3 undercard.
Yes, sir.
What can you tell us about your performance, and what can you tell us about the fight fans in Mexico?
The fight fans first, because the people are most important to me. The people were phenomenal. I love the people, and I did my best to try to translate from English to Spanish and get to know the people. You know, I spent a lot of time with the crowd and the people in Mexico. My performance, I got a knockout in the 6th round. I had a tough opponent, the elevation, and I had a weight rehydration clause, and still came out victorious with the 100% knockout ratio on the Candyman Ken, because the Candyman is the one and only.
Damn, how did the B-side put a weight hydration on you?
Whatever it is, I don't know. I didn't ask any questions. I went out there to handle business. I didn't want to get into details, whatever. Just let me know when I'm fighting and where I'm fighting. I didn't ask any questions.
So how long has it been since you've been in the ring?
I had my last time fighting was on a David Morale undercard, the last Showtime card in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
What date was that?
December 16th,
For sure.
2023.
So
Yeah.
it felt good to get out there and shake it out before you get a full year of inactivity, because you was coming up on that for sure.
Yeah, it was. It's been some things going on, but I never complain. I'm always keep a smile on my face and keep waiting to make the Candyman fans and the boxing fans excited.
Smiles, I did see, man, because obviously I follow you on social media and I follow your stablemate. So, you know, you guys were all posting each other in the post-fight celebrations. And not only you, but Carmel and Jersley, all very excited, all got wins.
And Joseph.
And I believe you all got knockouts too, right?
Yep. Well, Jersley he went the distance, but hey, a W is a W.
Yeah, win is a win, man.
Yeah.
Win is a win. So what are they telling you? Do you know when you're gonna get back active? I know you're just literally coming back. You got back when from Mexico?
Yeah, the day before yesterday, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
day before yesterday.
Yeah.
So how many days you taking off before you're back in the gym?
I trained yesterday.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
back in the gym, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's my life. This is what I do. Boxing is very fun to me, and my main goal is to make the people happy, you know, and that means me continuing to work hard and train hard and do what I have to do. Yeah.
And when did you make that transition from the Mayweather gym to pound for pound and start training with Bob Santos?
I trained with Bob Santos this camp. I mean, Mayweather's Boxing Club is my home. I started boxing there. My first jab, my first time knocking somebody out, that's still my home. So we transition back and forth.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but now you're like with Bob, right?
Yeah, I train with Bob Santos. Shout out Bob Santos and everything you do for me. I started training with Bob Santos, I think, 2 months now, and it's been a blessing, and I'm very appreciative. And with that being said, I'm very appreciative for every coach that I've had in the past. They were phenomenal, and everything everybody teaches me, I keep in me. You know, I keep within my arsenal.
For sure, man.
Because it's a blessing to have people to do things for me. You know, I'm very appreciative.
So are you here today just to see, you know, some of your contemporaries, or did you bring the gym bag and you working out as well?
I was invited. To come to the workout and, you know, see some of my beautiful people. I've actually boxed Trevor Mccumby before when I was a little younger. I boxed Caleb Plant. I got Caleb Plant ready for the Canelo.
I heard you sparred him.
Yeah, I boxed both of you guys. I don't even know how many times. I got Caleb Plant ready for the Canelo card, the Canelo fight, and the David Benavidez fight. I don't know who he was fighting when I was boxing Trevor Mccumby, but I'd love to get back in there with him. This time, let's do it in front of the world.
Yeah, for sure,
when
man.
my time comes. And salute.
But what?
Trevor
But he's
Mccumby.
168. What division are you fighting at?
My last fight was at 168.
Okay.
Yeah, 160, 168, whatever. I'm flexible. But
right.
not with all respect due to my fellow peers, you know. I
Yeah.
would love to do it, and I think it'll be something great for the crowd eventually.
For sure, man. So let everybody know where your social media is, so in case they aren't following you, they can do so. And I'm sure you got highlight clips on your social media for anybody that didn't catch a fight. They can see something, or
If
the
you-
Zone has highlights as well, correct?
Yes, sir, true. If you like to see people go out on their face, their back, their side, wherever, follow me. John Easter, JOHNEASTER, the Candyman Ken, one and only, known as Floyd Mayweather's Secret Assassin. And shout out to the Boxing Voice. Thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. I still want to get you on the show. That was me DMing you.
Oh, I
didn't know you was going to be here today, so, you know, we still going to get you on. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. I'll be there. You know, my people's my people. And whoever reaches out to me, whoever wants to have me, you got me. Candyman is for the people.
All right, champ. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. John Easter. We appreciate him right now. Trevor Mccumby is being interviewed in the media scrum real quick by all media downstairs. And next up will be the next fighter in line. I do believe that's going to be Rolando Romero. Should be the next fighter to hit the ring. Right now, Trevor is in the ring apron getting interviewed. Let me see if we can get a better shot here. No. It's that is the best it's gonna be unless I adjust cameras, which I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But what's up? We are taking calls if anybody wants to call in. Discord is available. X Space is also available. And we are live from Pound for Pound Gym. Amongst the fighters, they in preparation, you know. Mccumby right now with the media scrum. He's got a big fight ahead of him with Caleb Plant, you know. Upset could change his life for sure. Shit, imagine. I mean, I'm sure Canelo will jump on that opportunity, right? Another opportunity to fight You know, another a great white hope. They did great numbers with Plant. Now, Trevor doesn't have that same attitude, but he does rally the Trump supporters. Yep, right there. All right, so it looks like we're going to be joined here with Bob Santos, trainer of the year. What's up, Bob? How are you?
Everything's great, man. Good to be here with you. Good to be back.
All
Oh,
right.
you got me going now.
I got
okay.
you. I got
Take
you.
Technical. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
So we're here in your new, beautiful facility, pound for pound gym, man. You guys kept the same name, got a bigger location. It looks beautiful, and you're holding a big media workout for another big Canelo PBC pay-per-view with Berlanga. I just interviewed one of your new fighters, man, John Easter. What can you tell us about him? I know him recently from being in the TMT gym, and he's still with Mayweather in terms of promotion, but I used to see him in that gym when I visited Carmel. How'd you guys link up?
Well, you know, obviously he's with Floyd, and they sent him my way, and, you know, proof is in the pudding. We had a dominant performance in Mexico City. I'm very happy with him. He's a tremendous puncher, real long, good athletic skills, and so we're expecting a lot out of him. We just got to see where he's going to fight right now. He's a pretty big guy, but he's only just turned 22, so is he going to be, you know, super middleweight? I guess we'll kind of find that out as his body ascends in the next year or two.
Now, this was your first fight with him, right? So I don't know, were you with him and familiar that he sparred both Trevor and Caleb Plant?
Yeah, I did my homework with him, on him, obviously, before I started working with him. I just don't want to work with anybody. You know, Floyd had mentioned him, sent him my way. Obviously, that's an endorsement second to none. Floyd's one of the best to ever do it. So from that perspective, but I still do my due diligence and looked him up, looked at some of his fights, looked at some of the sparring sessions that he had on film with some of the other guys. And so I can see he had a lot of natural, raw talent, and hopefully we'll be able to bring the best out in him.
And obviously you have your Cuban heavyweight, Lanier Perot.
I have Lanier Perot, the brother, but I'm, you know,
and Daniel Perot.
Danier Perot.
Danier
the Fear Perot.
Okay.
I'm super excited about him. I've been telling everybody, I'm not going to say he's going to do what Usyk did. Time will tell. You got to stay disciplined. You got to put the work in. You got to have the hunger, the desire. As the paychecks come in, we'll see how that plays out in the near future. But that said, I've told everybody that gets in the ring with him, he moves like a middleweight. He's a bigger version of Usyk, and that's the best way to describe him at this point.
And he just picked up another win on Caribbean Royale with Box Lab. When can we expect to see him back?
October 19th.
Wow.
We should be back. And then, again, hopefully in December. We want to keep him active and as busy as possible. He's 8-0 now. He's only been in this country for a year and a half, and I think we got big things planned for him.
So you were able to already secure an opponent for October, or are you still looking?
I think me and you had talked about that at the last fight, or the fight before this. We had 17 opponents, and you talked to the promoter. You could verify that. For career high paydays, turned that down. Now, the only reason we were able to get Evans, who had the draw with Torres, had won all his fights by knockout, had stopped Giovanni Brazone, another top Cuban. The only reason we got that fight is because Joe Goossen's heavyweight fell out, and so we were brought in as a late replacement. Had that not happened, we probably wouldn't even have got the Evans fight.
Got it. Wow. So you're going to have to increase them purses, man. These guys don't want to get in there. What is it that they're hearing? I mean, is he doing something specifically to people in sparring? Like, why are people turning down these offers?
Well, obviously, you know, word gets around the sparring sessions that he's had here in Vegas, and so people talk. But not only that, the film a lot of times doesn't lie. So when you go on film and you can see the hand speed, you can see the foot movement, you can see he's going to be a lot of problems for a lot of people. So, you know, most people in this business, they're in this business for a reason, and if they've been around for a long time and successful, they know what they're doing. So they know what to look for, and obviously that's the big reason we're having a lot of trouble getting opponents.
So what else can you tell us? You got a full stable here, man. I know you had last name Chavez, right? 160-pounder, fought on Caribbean Royale as well.
Yeah, we got him.
No, he was fought on Pro Box, right?
No, the last guy that just fought for me on Pro Box is Banana Rosario, and I'm very excited about him.
We talked about him all fair, man. You know, I felt he won that fight.
So did I. You don't want to get too much into B side, A side, but sometimes, it is what it is. I thought a knockdown should have been ruled in the third round, which would have been a 10-8. Had that happened, definitely we would have got the win. I still think we edged it out. But he's in a great position now. So a draw with Hurd after everybody wrote him off. Nobody thought he was going to be able to do anything. In 2 years, I think he had one fight, maybe in the Dominican. And so everybody pretty much wrote him off. But he showed, even with Hurd, the last thing to go on a fighter is a punch. We took all his best body shots. We took a lot of tough head shots. And he stayed in there. He used the jab real well. We pressed the fight. Definitely we thought we won, but it is what it is. It's a draw. That's how they've seen it. But moving forward, I think he's going to be in a great position. And for a guy that everybody wrote off, I'm super thrilled for him.
Yeah, no, I thought he looked very good working behind that jab. And, I'm excited to see him back. I think that he showed everybody he still has, something left in the tank, a little more to give the sport. And it'd be good for him to get an opportunity. What's the possibility of that fight being revisited on Pro Box?
You know what? I think it could be revisited on Pro Box, and I think that's the type of fight that may be done on Amazon Prime, maybe for an opening bout or something like that. We'll see how it plays out, but I know everybody liked the fight. They were thrilled about the fight, and I think that'd be an easy fight to be sold on maybe a Gervonta Davis undercard, maybe a David Benavidez undercard, something of that nature. So he's in a great position now, and he's just got to capitalize on it.
For sure. Now, obviously, the talk of the town is your welterweight, man. Eddie Hearn claims that he sent you an offer for Barrios. You are Barrios' manager, no? Or is it Louis? Okay.
Yeah. Well, me and Louis co-manage him together. Obviously, Louis handles more of the day-to-day stuff. I handle the stuff in the gym. That being said, Barrios, I've said it 1,000 times, he's never turned down any single fight. So, But
what's the possibility of him actually accepting a fight for November 9th, just having a baby?
Well, the reality of it is, regardless if he had a baby or not, if it was an offer that Louis DeCubas deemed reasonable, he would do the fight. So, I can't attest to that. Louis talks with Eddie Hearn more on a basis than I do. When I see Eddie, obviously it's cordial, it's good friendship there, but Louis DeCubas Jr., he handles that obviously on the day-to-day more than I do. But I can tell you this, if it was within reason, and we're not talking about, Barrios not the type of guy that, it has to be astronomical, within reason, that's fair to him, there's no two ways about it. He wouldn't hesitate to step in that ring, and everybody knows that.
What's your thoughts? Do you think Norman and Ennis come to an agreement, or does Ennis end up fighting Karen Chuzadazian, something like that again?
You know what? I think looks like it's heading in that direction with Norman and him. I think that's a better fight for both of them. You can unify the titles, you know what I mean? You get one step closer to, bringing everything together. Obviously, you'll unify those two bouts. And then, you got to go through to unify. You got to go through my man, Mario Barrios. So at some point, they got to come see us.
For sure. Well, let me go ahead and wrap it up so I could get Trevor in here. But Bob, as always, we appreciate you. Bob Santos, Trainer of the Year. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. Hey, you know what? It's always a pleasure to be with you, and I got big respect for everything you do. Because one thing I know about you, whether people can agree to disagree, you're going to say it how it is, what you feel, and there ain't no bullshit. And you can only appreciate people like that, not people always being politically correct, saying this, saying that. Like, hey, man, this guy didn't do it for me that night, or he did or didn't, and that's what I appreciate about you.
Oh, well, thank you, man. Appreciate that myself. Those kind words. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Santos. We're going to get in here now with Trevor Mccumby. He will be challenging Keller Plant. Looks like they turned off my fan here. They out here wild, and they shut my fan down. My man's up here doing an interview, so he shut my fan down. But it's all good. You feel me? I'm trying not to get too hot. Yo, Leonard Ellerby is in the building. In the building. Let me see, can I get this thing to work, bro? I don't know why this ain't working. Hello. Nope, that ain't work. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, let me check what's going on the chat side of things. Nah, it's not. I'm trying to get it to work. It's not doing what I needed to do. It's not doing what I needed to do. Supposed to be able to use this as a mobile, but that ain't working. Let's see what we got. First super chat of the day, Julio Guzman, salute to you, $2. He says the guest mic is low. Let me try and work with that because I heard that myself. Check, check. Check, 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 check. It's right there. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Yeah, yeah. Now that's working. My man's about to make us sweat right now because he want to not have his interview get ruined with the fan, but we on the second floor. I'm trying to let him conduct that thing and not drop no sweat. But Romero in the ring. Let's give you a full shot of Rolando. This is Rolly Romero flashing a six-pack, looking in shape. It's interesting to see Leonard Ellerby here with Rolly, which means maybe Rolly's also not with Mayweather any longer. Rolly always looks fast and strong. Showing off the uppercut there. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Absolutely free. Costs you nothing to smash that. Show a little love to the live stream. Let people know we're live from the Pound for Pound gym. Second show of the day. Not the normal scheduled time, but we out here on the grind. It is a jam-packed gym right now. Jam-packed. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to turn my fan on. Yeah, man. I tried to be a nice sport. It's just impossible with this heat, you feel me? We in Las Vegas. Both gym doors is open. We got a good 30, 50 people here. Gym apron is full, as you can see, all the way around. Rolly in the ring, flashing a jab, showing signs of that new head movement. Right now, I see Cynthia Conti interviewing Leonard Ellerby. Looks like Rolly's done with the workout. This picture taking time. Shout out to Sean Jettel, Was down there talking to him. And Rockman, we were having a good conversation about the Martin Bacoli, Jared Anderson fight. And Hasim Rahman Jr. is claiming that a source told him Wilder made a substantial amount of money for that last fight with Zhang. Like a substantial. So good for him. And even better for him that after that alleged check of so many millions, he's still saying he's not ready to retire. Will be good to see how true that is and who he gets in the ring with. But, yeah, I should be joined here with Trevor Mccumby in a bit. Right now, they're doing a media scrum on Rolly. As you can see, he's down at the ring apron. That's actually Hasim Rahman right there, Jr., with the dreads, if you can see. Yeah, he's doing some media now. I don't know who's he with. But he's out here for sure, working on the grind. But I am taking callers, you know, and I am going to have Trevor on if you guys want to shoot me some questions. He's about to be with us in just a bit. Oh, shit. Trevor used the same jump rope I used. What's up, Trevor? How are you? Come around this other side. Yeah. All right. All right, we're going to go straight full screen. Me and Trev Mccumby in here. Trevor, what's going on, man? Good to see you again. Good to see the cut hasn't affected you.
Yep.
And that you're ready to rock and roll. I was just telling my audience how big of an opportunity this is, you know, how many doors it could open for you. And we actually spoke to John Easter, someone that sparred both you and Caleb. But, yeah, how are you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling great. Feeling really, really good. We got some real good sparring in last week, getting some more this week. I'm feeling very, very good. My legs are real light, and, yeah.
I've seen you and Caleb continue to draw at each other on social media, man. He's taking shots. You're firing right back. Do you think this is healthy for the fight, that it's going to it sells it more and it also motivates the fighters, or is this more for the fans and just selling it?
I think there's motivation for both of us. You know, we're both kind of, you know, in that stage. I think Caleb has a lot more to lose than me, and I really want this fight, man. I want it bad, so I'm coming to win. I don't have too much animosity, you know. It's just another fight, but if he wants to make it that way, we can make it that way.
Now, obviously, he has a lot of tape out there. He's been on that high level for some time. Any fights in particular that stick out that, you know, you chose to use for, I guess, film study to pick apart to see what you can capitalize on?
I've been watching some of the Uzgatagi, Caleb Truax. I think those are two really good ones to just kind of see some of his patterns, some of the things that he does later rounds, and then the Canelo fight as well. I think David, man, he just put that iron will on him, so that's another good one too. But yeah, there's a lot of tape on Caleb.
What would you say is the flaw you see that's common amongst those fights?
Round 5, 6, I think he slows down a little bit, maybe intentionally, I don't know, but we're gonna see if he can, you know, keep it up, keep that going, and you know, I hope he's training very hard. You know, I've been pushed to my limits in this camp, and you know, I know I'm not even done, so it's going to be really interesting because I've never had this hard of a camp. My trainer is pushing me to my absolute limits.
Well, I was going to lead into that. I don't know if you want to give me some specifics as to what you think you're doing to capitalize on ensuring that he gasses in 5 and 6? Because obviously people are putting the pressure on him in order to overexert him to get him in that second half more tired.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens on fight night. He could very well come right at me in the middle of the ring and we go at it. So, and equally so, he might be coming at me and I might use my legs. I have the ability to do that. A lot of people don't know that. We're just gonna adapt, and I've been adapting in sparring, like I said down there. We've been adapting in sparring, bringing in guys after round 6, and okay, now you gotta mix this up, start moving, and that's ultimately what makes a great fighter. Is can you adapt to what's going on in that ring?
Now, I would say his 2 biggest moments demonstrating power on the elite level would be with Darrell and with Uzcategui. Do you think that power is still there?
Very well could be. Could be good timing. Could be that Darrell, was 38 years old. I don't know. Could very well be that he does have a little pop. We're going to see September 14th.
Now, he's been accusing you of failing a drug test in the past for performance enhancements. Anything you want to say about that? Is there any truth to this?
I addressed a little bit down there, but it's, happened almost 10 years ago. I have addressed it before.
What was the name of the substance? Do you know?
It was a multivitamin. So I don't know if really I guess there's already been a settlement out on them, so it's, whatever. But it was from Gaspari. And
it was tainted?
And you can find other athletes with a settlement. I threw the bottle away. I was 23 years old. Didn't realize how important it was to keep lot numbers and, save yourself that way, So I served my time, and I'm a clean athlete, and that's all I can say. It was a very devastating time in my life around that time because I used to always make fun of people that popped. So it always goes. Do not judge others.
For sure. Do you believe that he believes he's getting under your skin with it, and do you think it's fair game? We're in a fight. He's entitled to say what he wants to, tick me off because we got to fight.
No, it doesn't get to me at all. I got a iron trap, around my head, and it's really whatever. I'm training really hard, and call me the juice man or whatever you want, but it's. We're going through Nevada testing, we're going through VADA testing, so fans can take that and they can shove it up their butt.
So Trevor, my last one is why are you? What do you tell the fans to say? Like, what makes you different than a Feisenbutz or a Mike Lee?
Man, experience. Man,
well, Trevor gave me that. He gave me that look like, bro, don't make me punch you in the face.
Oh man, Fenubutts. Hey, we're gonna see. We're gonna see September 14th. Mike Lee. I wanted to dispose of Mike Lee like 10 years ago. I was like, man, this is easy work. And Caleb knew that. Caleb knew it was easy work. His first title defense was against Mike Lee and then Fenubutts. So that's Fenubutts. Yeah, but this is boxing. This is how the promoters do it. This is what they do. That's what I was saying in that last video. He thought that I was being disrespectful to him, but I told him you took those two big fights, and I respect you for that. I do. I respect him as a fighter. I don't think he was rolling around in his money. Maybe he was. I don't know why he didn't fight for a year and a half. So maybe he's getting emotional because maybe there's some truth to it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I respect him, and I ain't no Mike Lee, and I hope he thinks that I'm a Mike Lee because it's gonna be a big shock.
All right, well, I appreciate you, Trevor. I'll let you get back to it, man. Thank you so much. Let everybody know where they can find you on social media for anybody crazy enough not to be following you.
Trev Mccumby, Trev Mccumby on Instagram. And then on X, T_Rev Mccumby.
Send your trainer up here, man. I love that guy. Tell him I want 2 minutes.
Yeah, I will.
All right, thank you, brother.
All right, thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Trevor Mccumby. He will be battling Caleb Plant, the big fight. Can he get the upset win? Here we are at Pound for Pound Gym, and it is definitely getting pound for pound thick in here. A lot of people have shown up now. I wish I had the pan and camera. It's not working for whatever reason. It could be a power source thing. You know, we're not in the studio. We're on the road, so maybe there is an overload on the outlets because normally, well, let me see if there's an update available. Check for updates. Nope, I'm up to date. Yeah, there's some sort of bug though, man. Should be working. There's some sort of bug. It is what it is. No one's gotten in the ring just yet. They just literally finished interviewing Rolando Romero. We're going to see who's up next and who we get in here. Got my man Leonard Ellerby down there. You know he ain't going to come up. He's going to give me the cold shoulder. They be running from the smoke. He know I'm going to ask them real questions like, so, what you been doing since you ain't been working with Mayweather? So, did you watch that Mayweather fight? Did you see Richard Schaefer there doing his thing? Doing collaboration posts with Mayweather fighters? Yep, he's doing collaboration posts, man. If y'all don't know what that is, it's like when both accounts seem to be promoting the same posts, and then you see both accounts promoting the same post, even if you don't follow one of the two. So it's a way to boost your profile. Looks like Lara is in the building as well. I think he's up next in the ring. Give me 1 sec here. Yep. Laura's about to step in the rings, making his way up the stairs down. I got the standing chairs. Y'all can see everybody shorter than me. Y'all noticing, right? What was that? That was Trevor, 168. See how little he was? And then the other dude, Easter, was also 68. Lara taking on Danny Swift Garcia. Does this version of Lara have something left to stop the young bull? Is he young anymore? Can we call him that? I don't know that Danny's that young. But he's certainly younger than Lara. Lara in the ring. A little bit of shadow boxing at the moment. Good turnout, though. Good turnout here in Vegas for this media workout. Shout out to Ellerby. Obviously, he is working with Rolly still. And you don't really see people, you know, come to media workout with their promoters, you know. Looks like Lara shaking it out. Nothing too serious, just going through the motions. Oh, hilarious, man. For sure, for sure. Shout out to Rolly. Whoever. Yep. So who's in the ring now? Laura's getting out of the ring now, so he's about to do his media scrum. They got the translator for Lara. Hopefully that guy's a good translator. Okay, I see Redman Edwards out there, and looks like Jordan Plant just arrived. And I think that strength coach Tony Brady. Looks like I needed a third camera the way this thing is set up. I needed a camera off, also not pointing at the ring due to, the way things are set up. Obviously, you guys can't see off to the right, and there's a lot of people and things happening that way too. But we are taking callers. If you want to call in, Discord and Twitter Spaces is available. Right now we're live from Pound for Pound Gym in Las Vegas for the media workout. WBA middleweight champ Erislandy Lara just wrapping up his workout and conducting the media scrum. Never really loved the media scrum, bro. It's like 20, 30 people around one dude throwing out questions. It's pretty whack. Yep, Caleb Plant has arrived. Who else? Yep, that is Caleb. He's here. I don't see anybody else. Mario Serrano walked in. Well, they haven't put anyone else in the ring because Caleb just arrived, and I think he's next to work out, so it's going to take him some time to get in there. But it's pretty much over, man. It's Trevor, and then it was Rolly, then it was Lara, and Plant. Now everybody's mobbing Caleb. He's got a pretty dope shirt. He said, I was created to create, I think. Yep. All right. Maybe we get Caleb. Let me see if I could get Madison to get me Stephen Edwards, right? Madison. Hold on, y'all. All right, he don't even hear me. I guess I'm very high because I am on the second floor, like I said. He ain't check his phone. Damn, let me call him, bro. What the hell? Because I'm all the way up here. I need him to send him to me, you know? Champ, see if you could get me Steven Edwards. He's over there standing next to Ellaby. Coach Edwards. He's Keller Plans trainer. Hopefully we could get Keller Plans trainer on. Let me see what we got. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, man. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. That's crazy. IVS $5 Super Chase says, for the plate, ask Rolly, is he going to pull the mink out for this one? Keep shining. We got Oscar. He says, rocking with MAGA Mccumby. That overhand right. You funny as hell. We got Raptor Taino. Welcome to the prospect level. DC3, $2. Let's get Tip workout and interview at Pound for Pound Gym. Let's go, Tip. Main event, Tip. That's how you do it, Tip. You got him talking about you, man. Ah, man. So, yeah, there's only looks like Rolly ain't interested. So it's only going to be Laura and Plant. But Laura, I ain't got no translator. I hate fucking interviewing and translating in the same breath, man. Really not into that. But I'm going to try if I get the opportunity. Certainly not something I like doing. Because you got to, it's just too much thinking, man. Way too much. You can't really be preparing for your next question because you got to be memorizing what's being told to you. Laura's still being interviewed ringside, and so is Caleb. Caleb is doing one-on-one over there with Cynthia Conti. So still nobody in the ring. And like I said, I believe Caleb is the last fighter that will work out. Not much of a workout. Man, it's so crazy. When I started years ago, this was, they did so much more. You know, they would hit the bag. They would shadow box. The trainer and the fighter would do pad work. You know, they would hit the speed bag. Now these guys just, this is why I don't come to this. You know, I was invited, so I'm here doing my part. But this is crazy. You know, they just shadow box and do interviews, and not even interviews. You know, most of them do media scrum, which is 20, 30 people in front of one fighter. You know, it's a lack of promotion from the bottom to the top, I tell you. Because everything is just becoming less and less and less and less, you know. Like I said, they used to do so much more for a media workout, you know. This ain't much of nothing. Well, here we go. Caleb's getting in the ring. I don't believe he's going to do much because of the way he's dressed. But we'll see. Let's switch to Caleb Plant. Starts off with some light shadow boxing. You can see his trainer, Stephen Edwards, looking from the outside. Not much of a media workout. Caleb going through the motions. Always looking technically sound, though. Gotta love that, man. He do have skills, man. You heard his opponent. His opponent believes, you know, that he'll gas or get tired after the 5th or the 6th. So we'll see how true that ends up being. ¿Cómo está? Shout out to Laura, just came up top. You not gonna do it? Ven de este lado entonces. Looks like we're gonna get Erislandy Lara. I got it. Yeah, I'll do my best, but you can stick around just in case. Échate un poco más para el lado. Y all right, so it looks like we're joined alongside Erislandy Lara. So I'm going to say these in English and then translate them in Spanish as well. First and foremost, let's thank him for coming on the show. So quería darte las gracias por darnos la oportunidad de hacer la entrevista. Obviamente tengo muchos años viendo tu carrera. So gracias por todos los años que ha peleado y toda la gran pelea que ha dado.
Sí, gracias, gracias.
So I just wanted to thank him, obviously, for coming on the show and, you know, for all the years that I've been following him, all his great fights and, you know, all that he's done for the sport. Obviously, he's going to be fighting the Puerto Rican Danny Garcia. This is a fight that's been talked about for a long, long time. So I just want to get his thoughts on when it initially was announced and now that he's actually getting it. Obviamente, es una pelea que tú has tenido en la, vamos a poner, con los fanáticos ya por casi 2 años. Esta pelea es una pelea que estamos esperando que nos ha dado.
De 2023.
2023, ok. So, un año, casi un año, un poco más. Pero, ¿cuál era tu pensamiento inicial cuando te hablaron sobre esta pelea? Que Danny García quería subir para pelear contigo.
Bueno, no, cuando me hablaron del tema, yo dije, bueno, está bien, no hay problema, vamos a pelear con Danny García. Pero tuve que hacer ¿cómo se llama eso? Una defensa con Serafa y entonces eso fue lo que atrasó más que se diera la oportunidad que se va a dar el 14 de septiembre.
So he said, you know, when he initially heard about this, he didn't care. He was like, yeah, let's do it. You know, it was a fight that he wouldn't mind doing with Danny Garcia, but he did have to do that title defense with Michael Zarafa before this fight could actually manifest. So he feels that's what made this fight prolong a little bit. But I am going to ask, does he feel that Danny can actually contend at 160, and how much of that, you know, catch weight will you know, come into play? So quería preguntarte si tú piensas que García en verdad puede pelear en esta categoría de las 160 y cuánto tú piensas que el catch weight de 157 va a afectarte a ti o ayudarlo a él.
Bueno, sinceramente, a mí no me va a afectar. Acuerda que yo fui 154 por mucho tiempo, ¿no? Y entonces yo no he tenido tanto problema en el peso. De 160 para mí y 57, que es casi lo mismo. No tengo que hacer mucha desgaste físico. Creo que
le puede beneficiar a él, pero también le puede también traer algo mal a él. Él peleó hace, ¿cuánto? 2 años, peleó contra Benavides y como Lucio Dani decía, no es, lo mismo, no es el mismo peso de 140 a 160, que creo que va a tener más problemas por eso.
So he said, you know, he doesn't think it'll be any issues for him because he's been a 154-pounder all his life. He says it's not a big deal for him to lose a couple of extra pounds. He says it may give Danny Garcia some issues because he didn't look too good when he moved up to 54 to face Jose Benavidez Jr. You know, but I do want to ask, our audience specifically believes that Lara is more of a knockout puncher and that he's standing in the center of the ring now. So I wanted to ask him about that. Mi audiencia, ellos piensan que ya en esta edad tuya, tú estás buscando el knockout más. Tú no estás usando el cuadrilátero como tú lo usabas antes, que ahora tú estás en el centro y estás ganando por knockout.
Creo que así haciendo ese cambio que hice en el gimnasio, creo que he tenido mejores resultados, ¿no? Las últimas peleas mías que he tenido.
¿Y de qué cambio específico tú?
Trabajar en el medio del ring. Trabajar en el medio del ring, creo que eso me ha hecho tener el resultado que he tenido. Creo que me siento, no sé, estoy pegando muy fuerte, no sé si la gente no lo están asimilando, pero bueno, estoy saliendo victorioso.
He said, yes, you know, he believes ever since he made that change in the gym, and I said specifically what was the change? He said, no, to fight in the center of the ring, and that has given him better results, and thus that's why he's been getting the knockout. So final question, because we do got to wrap out. Does he feel the knockout will continue with Danny Garcia? ¿Tú piensas que tú lo puedes noquear a él?
Sinceramente no sé, yo voy a salir a trabajar. Yo voy a salir a trabajar como siempre he trabajado, bien enfocado y serio, ¿no? Si se da el knockout, felicidades, pero si nos vamos a la distancia 100%, va a tener un gran problema conmigo.
Okay. Well, he said he's not really going to be looking for the knockout. If the knockout comes, he'll take it. But, you know, he's definitely sure that Danny's going to have a big issue with him in the ring. I want to thank him, obviously. Gracias por darnos una entrevista. Si quieres dar tus redes para la gente que no te deseen perseguir.
Erislandy Lara oficial, que se llama la red mía de Instagram y el Facebook también.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Gracias. Okay. Thank you. So, yeah, he said you can follow him on Instagram, obviously. And, you know, that was pretty cool. Pretty difficult. I haven't done translating, and man, I'm really mad my floating camera's not working. His sneakers are fire. I wonder what are they? Shit. I don't even see like a check, so they ain't no Nikes. Them things look nice though. But yeah, so he made that change in the gym. He's saying, man, we think it's old age. He's saying he made a change to, you know, be in the center of the ring and be a little more entertaining. He says he's been getting better results. Obviously, he has with the knockouts, so good for him. Let's see if we get Keller Plant, who is next. And I still want to see, could I get Stephen Edwards, who just noticed me. He's actually being interviewed down there, though. So hopefully that means we can get him. But there is a lot of television here. I see a few people set up down there. So this could take all day. What time did we start? 12:30, 1 o'clock? I think we started at 1, so we only got about an hour here. Not bad. Not bad. Nice gym, though. Pound for pound did a nice thing here with their gym. Missing a pull-up bar, though. I ain't see no pull-up bar. That's wild. And I don't see anyone else really pulled up. Somebody got the Grand National out there, though. Yeah, that's a Grand National. Sheesh. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about them cars, man. Damn, that's crazy. I ain't see one fighter in this meter workout do pad work or bag work. Damn, they skimming us, bro. We getting dummy bags for $5 now, bro. This ain't even. It's crazy. We don't even get what we used to get. It's wild. Wild, wild, wild. But I do like this, this in theory, you know, setting up like this at the gym, going live at the gym. It'd be good to get something set up like this with a gym that's willing to let you record the, you know, live stream the sparring and shit. Really get it popping. They have swarmed Caleb Plant. It's his turn to do media. Still waiting to see who's gonna free up, because right now there's a line of people to interview. Stephen Edwards, Caleb's trainer, and there's dozens of people on top of Caleb right now, so yeah, not the best. But let me check these comments then, I guess, as it looks like the interviews have slowed down. They said Lara about to beat Danny. Charles said that. Said catch weight, didn't know that. Interesting. Pase buena. Gracias. Yeah, it's a 157, bro. It's 157 for the Danny Lara fight. So, you know, there's certainly a catch weight. We got to see what's going to happen. You know, can Danny take that punch? Brandon! I ain't know my man was in town. Bro, I didn't know you was in town. When you get in town? Since when?
Since like 3 months ago, but I was out of town for like 5 weeks with Angelo. I was in Canada.
Oh, wow. So when did you leave Florida? What's up, what's up? How are you? Caleb, how are you?
We can do like 2 questions here.
Whatever you guys have time for. Do you want to come around the other side? Nah, no, it's all good, Caleb. I appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined alongside Caleb Plant. Obviously, what's going on, champ? I seen you shaking it out, as always, looking technically sound. I interviewed your opponent, Trevor Mccumby. Yeah, man, what could you say about this fight?
Just that I'm excited to be back. And just like in the press conferences, you know, I've had some time away from the ring. But like I said, you know, I've been using that time very wisely. Me, my dad, Brett, Tony, you know, everybody has been putting in a lot of work. And I'm excited to say that at this point in my career, I'm still getting better. So this is going to be the best Caleb Plant that y'all see yet. And I'm just excited for the bell to ring.
I think we're all excited to see you back, Caleb. We all know what sort of excitement you bring to the ring and the build-up pre-fight. You know how to sell a fight, and you're responsible for Canelo's last highest selling pay-per-view. Do you ever think about that?
Not too much, because I'm not really trying to sell a fight. You know, I'm just being me, you know, and some people gravitate towards that and they like it. And then obviously, you know, the other side is people who don't like me and they don't like how I talk or walk or do things. But I don't do things for people who won't like it. You feel me? I'm doing what I want to do and doing it how I want to do it. And, you know, you see where the chips fall. But I feel good, you know, being able to look in the mirror knowing I'm being me. So,
how important and what's your timeline to becoming a 2-time champion?
My timeline is September 14th, WBA interim title. And David Morrell just moved up. He had the regular belt, so I'm not sure if I'll be elevated or not. But obviously, if I was, that would put me in a great spot. So,
do you think that opens the door for a potential rematch? And I know you got to go, so that'll be the last question.
It would put me in a good position for one. You know, it takes two to dance. It's not just up to me. But, you know, I'd obviously be in the right spot to make that happen. And, you know, I feel like the boxing world would love that. So we'll see. Right now, just focus on the 14th. Nothing can happen unless we take care of business then. And so we'll see.
As always, man, thank you so much for joining us, and wish you the best of luck, obviously, on September 14th.
My God, thank you.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Caleb Plant, in and out. Appreciate the time, as always. You know, these guys are pressed for time. It is a big media workout, but he is on that Canelo undercard. You know, I did want to ask him about the Berlanga situation, but, you know, pressed for time. There's more people up here that he has to be interviewed by. And, yeah, the Berlanga situation is more something that we would hope can manifest because there's been so much back and forth between the two of them. But I didn't want to waste the questions. I don't know if you guys were even able to pick it up. His publicist said you could get 2, so I definitely squeezed in about 5. So it is what it is. You take what you can get, and you move on. Shout out to my man Brandon. I didn't know he moved out here. I gotta have that conversation with him. We were cut short because of the Caleb interview. Last I knew, he was in Florida. And it's funny that this Coach Kenny thing is still floating around here, bro. I'm gonna have to send this to Bill, see if he says anything about it. Kenny out here. Hey, yo, the thing is that he put Devin, you know, so everybody's gonna think it's Devin Haney, but come on, he didn't put no Haney on that. You know what I'm saying? So he's good at what he do, and that is Kenny. He's good at trolling, man. He knows how to troll. I'm telling you, he can get you your attention, and that's what he did with that post, in my opinion. He knows what we would assume, and he triggered us. You feel me? He triggered us. Stephen Edwards still busy. He's being interviewed right now by Sean Zattel. Shout out to Sean Zattel. And hopefully after Sean, we can get him, and then we'll wrap it up. But if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show, putting this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans. Right now, we have 231,189 subscribers, so we do need you to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit that thumbs up if you haven't already done so. It's going to help with the visibility of the show, for sure. When is the main card workout? That was, oh, you talking about Canelo? No, Canelo's has a separate workout. You know, it's the undercard workout. You know how they do. They got to treat Canelo like the star that he wants to be. So his is going to be separate for sure. His is going to be separate. All right, brother. Take it easy. Caleb just wrapped up all his interviews, and he's headed down. So I think that's the last fighter. So I'm just waiting on Stephen Edwards, would be the trainer of Caleb. Hopefully he doesn't walk out of here now that he sees this Caleb is done. But hey, we came, we tried, we socialized a little bit. My guy Brendan, bro, so when you moved out here?
The week of the tank fight.
Yeah, jump on. The week of the tank fight, wow.
What's up?
What's going on, brother? So did you change the name of the channel now because of the? Because it wasn't it that kid from Florida?
No, it's True School Sports.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what? One of your handles is something about Florida, right?
That's my Instagram handle. Just
Okay.
a kid from Dania. We good?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
we good.
Now you sound better.
Boxing voice, what's good?
Chilling. Damn, I had no clue, man. My man's been out here since the tank fight. Wow.
Yeah. But I'm just now kind of settling in because I was out in New Mexico with Angelo for camp for the Bernardo fight. So.
Oh, with Angelo Leo, you went to the mountains with him.
Yeah, I was there for 5 weeks.
What?
Yeah, film studying, running mountains.
Get out of here. I didn't even get like a note. Did you put out video? I didn't get no. Oh, no video.
I put out a couple of things since the fight, but nothing during the fight. You know, nothing during camp.
Tell me you at least bet on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I picked it. I don't know if you listened to my show. Nobody believed me. I had been picking it for weeks.
You said by knockout or?
No.
Okay.
No. I had no clue. No clue.
I was saying knockout, and people thought I was crazy.
No clue. I had no clue he could get the stoppage. No clue. But that was great though for him. You know, it worked out beautifully. You know, it gave Pro Box the shine that it needs as well because
they're first world champion.
Yeah, and you know, it shows these other guys that, hey, take the small check, get that activity because doors can open, man.
Correct.
Doors can open. But how was your time in Mexico? That's amazing.
That was great.
What part of Mexico was that?
It was Mexico, New Mexico.
Okay.
So we were out there in Santa Fe. And the elevation there is higher than, like, because I know a lot of fighters train in Colorado Springs, but Santa Fe, from what I understand, is higher elevation than even Colorado Springs.
Wow.
So I enjoyed it. I think it was great. You know, every day after training, it'd be me and Miguel, Leo, and one of the other guys in camp, Johnny. We would go sit there and just watch Venado versus Joet Gonzalez 50 times in slow motion and take notes, and it paid off.
That's dope, man. That must be an amazing experience. That's something for the history books. So I'm sure one day when you put out a book, there's going to be some amazing stories about that weekend, or
Correct.
rather those 5 weeks.
5 weeks, yeah.
Bro, that is wild.
We had the camp house was like kind of in the wilderness, so like
Dude.
we had deers running by the house, snakes. It was
Lord,
all kinds of crazy shit. So
Lord, that is wow, that is a huge commitment. I mean, I used to stay with Wilder 1 week, bro.
1 week?
5 weeks.
Yeah, and Angelo and me are really good friends, so you know.
Holy
I
shit.
wanted to be there and help him any way I could, and I'm glad, you know, I played my small little part and he did his thing.
Wow.
And the new.
And the new, for sure. So what's new with the channel, man? What's new with True School Sports? Lord have mercy.
Yeah, man. Just trying to get my feet wet here in Vegas. You know, it's different when you're here every week, going to the fight. There's always something to do. So
yeah.
It's been an
How the
adjustment.
gym's treating you?
Pretty good. I haven't gone out to as many as I wanted to so far, but when I have gone out, it's been good. I went to Capatillo's yesterday, so.
That's what's up. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
What you think of the media workout? I was just telling my audience how these media workouts aren't the same, bro. Like, they just do fake shadow boxing now.
Pretty much.
I mean, I remember, bro, Danny Garcia would give you speed bag, heavy bag, shadow boxing, pad work,
Counter-punching.
jump work,
Yeah.
jump rope. I mean.
A real workout, you know?
This is crazy, bro. This was
Yeah.
like nothing.
Well, I feel like, you know, the time I've been in boxing media, I feel like they've been giving the media a little less and less, you know? Giving the bare minimum and dip, you know, that type of thing.
I refer to it as dummy bags, bro. These fucking $5 dummy bags. They tell you one thing, you come here and it's definitely not what they said.
No, they come here, they throw a couple 1-2s and answer like 4 questions and dip.
Crazy. But yeah, man, let everybody know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, follow me on on YouTube at True School Sports on YouTube, and then Instagram just a kid from Dania. So that's where you can find
Welcome
me.
to Vegas, champ.
Yeah,
That's
man.
so crazy. I had no clue.
Good to be here, and yeah, make sure y'all keep supporting Ness. He's one of the real ones in boxing.
Appreciate you, champ. Keep doing your thing. We got to hook up, man. DM me. I didn't know you was out here, man. Shout out to True School Sports. I am trying to wait, ladies and gentlemen. I still see, my eyes are still on Steven Edwards. He's still with Sean Zattel. Sean getting that 50-minute interview. Ellaby's still here, but if Rolly ain't want to interview with me, Ellaby ain't interviewing with me. I'm like, for real, Rolly? He like, nah, I got to work out. I'm like, man, stop lying, man. Dudes can't even be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you don't like me, say you don't fucking like me. Corny. But that's the thing. They ain't never met nobody like me. I know a lot of y'all think I'm conceited and just be talking shit, but they just ain't never met nobody like me to tell them what the fuck he feel right in their fucking face. They just ain't never met that. So they don't like that. But it is what it is, bro. I'm not here to make friends. My friends is my audience, because they the ones changed my life. That's who I owe my loyalty to. My responsibility is to y'all. But that's why I'm lingering, right? Trying to see, because you never know. You never know when these dudes get a change of heart. You know, Ellaby could be like, all right, I'll give you 1 minute. And I can maybe finagle that 1 minute into 3. You know. Yeah, they just asked me, am I good? I just want these two last people is all I need, but they both. Marcos Viegas got Ellaby, so you know he ain't letting them out that camel clutch for a minute. You know how Marcos do. You know how he interview. He definitely not giving up Leonard Ellaby anytime soon. Okay. Steven just oh, fuck. See what I'm saying? He just finished with Sean. Somebody jumped in. And I see Rodman. Is Rodman going? No. Derek Lincoln, appreciate you, champ. He said, yo, that's Brandon the producer. Nah, that wasn't Brandon the producer. I think Edwards coming up. Yes. Yes. Because we got to talk about Chiron. Got Caleb Plant. And he got a new fighter he was just talking about on Twitter. Somebody got the old school music pumping. All right, so I think we are getting Edwards. He was on his way up here and got sidetracked. Someone stopped him. Hopefully he makes it. Yeah, his boy Erwin Preston is one dude we got to talk about. Chiron Davis and obviously Caleb Plant. Mr. Edwards, can I get 2 minutes? Just this side. Yeah. All right, so we're joined with Stephen Edwards. What's going on, man?
Hey.
I thought I was going to miss you, man. So obviously, big fight with Caleb Plant. We're here for his media workout. You know, there's not much you can say. Caleb looks the same as always, you know, technically sound. I did talk to Trevor Mccumby, and he says from his film study, 5'6". And it seems to be a common thing. People seem to believe that Caleb gasses after 5'6". What's your thoughts about that?
I mean, the Benavidez fight, I don't know if he gassed. A lot of people don't realize this. He got hit with a devastating body shot in the 6th round. I seen it because I'm his coach. But it happened at the end of the 6th round, and it got through under his elbow, hitting right on the liver. And it kind of took the wind out of him a little bit, to be honest with you. So more credit to David. I don't think it was so much gas, though. I think it was a nasty body shot. And it's part of life. He overcame it, he got a second win, and he finished the fight. But it was a nasty shot. David knows. If you ever interviewed David, he kind of laughed and said, I got you with that shot, because Caleb was winning early in the fight, and it slowed him down a little bit. So that happened with that fight. I wasn't with him with the Canelo fight, but his stamina was fine against Anthony Durrell. You know, it was sharp. So we'll see. If that's what Trevor sees, that's what he sees. He just got to exploit it. It's one thing to think it or see it. It's something else to go execute and exploit it in that fight. I think that sometimes that, you know, fighters do a comparative, right? And that's, but the thing is that Trevor Mccumby's not David Benavidez. So maybe David brought something out in Caleb that he can't. We got to see how good he is. So I'm always careful about comparing what one guy does, thinking that somebody else could do it, because you're not him. In all honesty, David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez are better fighters than Trevor Mccumby. So he may have seen them be able to do stuff, but he may not be able to execute that. So let's just see. I don't want to like talk crap and go back and forth, but that's something that he observed with those guys, but he's not those guys.
For sure. Now, what about that phrase, rising to the occasion? Does Trevor still have that possibility, or the eye test isn't there.
Sure he does. He's
Okay.
never lost. When guys fight their first big fight, it's like a hip hop artist with their first album. They put everything into it. So
So funny we use that analogy today.
he I didn't know that. But yeah, he could put everything into this. So I'm expecting a very motivated guy. I'm expecting the guy to come to work. I'm expecting a guy that's going to have to be discouraged because he's never lost before. And I feel like that he's waited a really long time to step up. Longer than probably anybody in boxing. I don't know any guys that waited. Like, he just started fighting 10-round fights like when he was like 24-0. I never seen that before, Ness. You know what I mean? Most of my guys, they've been ready to fight 10-round fights by the time they was 13, 14-0. So the fact that he waited so long, I'm sure he's put everything into this. You know, so it's two ways to look at it. You can look at it as if they weren't confident in putting him in there, but you can also look at it like when he gets that shot, he's going to really go for it. So I'm expecting the best version of him, whatever that is.
Did you know he was signed to Top Rank at one point?
Yeah.
Okay.
How I knew that was because I didn't have anybody at 175, and my cut man is Mike Rodriguez. Not Caleb's cut man, but the cut man that I use for most of my guys. And Mike used to tell me about him, like, man, I got this kid. I work with this kid named Trevor Mccumby. He's a good puncher. He's with Top Rank. So, like, I used to just hear about him. Then all of a sudden, he disappeared. And then when Caleb called me, he's like, I'm fighting Trevor Mccumby. I, looked him up and said, God damn, why did it take this guy so long? Because I remember Mike telling me about him. Me and Mike been friends since 2010. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I do know he's with Top Rank. So that's another thing. Top Rank don't sign prospects unless they have some type of potential because they know to be good scouts of talent. You know what I mean? Most of they've developed a lot of the better careers over the last 20, 30 years as far as, you know, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Oscar De La Hoyas, the Mikey Garcias, Kelly Pavlik. I can go Miguel Cotto. They've gotten guys, you know, undefeated for a long time. So I know he has some pedigree because they wouldn't have never signed him. And I know he had to be something coming out of the amateurs or they wouldn't have never signed him. So, you know, I'm looking forward to a good fight.
That's something that he thrives off. He's like, they know me. All these guys know me, is what he was telling me. Because before the cut situation, he was out here in Vegas, so I had went to see him at Top Rank. And he's like, you know, they know him from the amateurs. They know him. He just had never get that shot in the pros.
I don't know if it's that.
No?
If you would Top Rank, let's just be honest. I'm going to take a white kid that's a puncher and he's with Top Rank. He could have got a shot. Come on. Ness, you know the game, bro.
For sure.
That's marketable. Let's just be honest. That's why they're fighting. That's marketable. The difference between him and Caleb was willing to step up. There's no way people denied him a shot. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot of white American fighters. Let's just be honest. And if you have one that can fight a little bit, you're going to get opportunities. You know what I mean? And I'm not pulling the race card, but I don't believe he was denied the shot. I don't know what happened, but it's hard for me to believe that somebody said, no, we don't want this 24, 25 and no, you know, marketable kid with all of these knockouts to take a big fight. That's not how boxing works.
Yeah.
People want to put you in that position so they can capitalize off of the money that you're bringing in. So I don't believe that happened. I don't know him from the amateurs. I know him from Mike Rodriguez. I never had guys his weight. Caleb said he don't remember him, but maybe he turned pro a little bit before Caleb hit the national scene. But I just know the Top Rank usually signs guys with high amateur pedigree. That's all I know. And he was signed with Top Rank, so he had to be somebody coming out of the amateurs. Now, how good he was, I don't know if he, you know, I don't think he was an Olympian. And I don't know who he beat at any of the nationals because, like I said, I never had anybody his weight. But I'm suspecting that he had pretty good amateur pedigree to get signed with Top Rank.
For sure. I want to shift to, obviously, Kyrone Davis. He picked up a big win over Elijah Garcia. When are we expected to see him back? And what version? It was a WBA, right? Because I see that he's ranked high in the WBC. So what did he win that night?
Some WBA belt, but Ness, I don't want to say exactly what it was because I honestly don't remember. I just know it was a WBA sanctioned fight, but I don't remember. It was like maybe WBA Continental or something of that ilk. But I don't know when we're going to see him, man. It's hard to get him fights. You know what I mean? It just
even with this new position.
Yeah, because the thing is, he's not a mandatory. And then people look and say he's a dangerous guy. Now, I can tell you what Kara's pedigree is. He won nationals 3 times. He was 91-9 as an amateur. I know what his pedigree is because that's my fighter. And, you know, they look at it like, man, this dude fought Durrell 50-50 at 168 on short notice, and he comes in 2 weeks' notice and never goes down to Benavidez, and he fought him tougher than guys who had 8 weeks to train to fight Benavidez. So 60-pounders don't want to fight him. One thing about Karan, he don't have picks. If I get a call, if somebody ever tell you that they called me and said, can Karan fight him? And I said, no, they lying. He really honestly don't care who he fight. All he care about is how much time he have to get ready for the fight. That's the only thing he asks me is how much time do we have. So if any of these guys ever offer him a fight, Adames, Lara, Johnny Beck, whoever, any of the champions at 160, any of the big contenders, Ness, I don't care. All I need is 6 to 8 weeks and stick a needle in their arm and we can fight whoever. He really, I call him Mr. No Picks. He really don't care who he fight. And that Elijah Garcia fight, everything was against him in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Even the judge gave a fight to Garcia, 98-92, which is absurd.
Yeah.
That was absurd for a judge to give that boy that fight knowing how bad. The fight was 98-92 the other way for Karan. Usually a fight that's 1 round apart, you could say a swing round or something. That fight was not close enough for you to have like Elijah Garcia winning that fight. We came here the first time, he pulled out. Karan was ready to go. We had to let ourselves go down, and then we had to pick ourselves back up, come back to camp, do it all over again, and then we get to camp and the guy 5 pounds overweight. Then, we get to the fight and he's 5 pounds overweight. Then he can only lose 2 pounds. So he started at 163 as far as his rehydration. We started at 160. So he had every advantage in the fight, and he still couldn't win. You know what I mean? So Karan's a real fighter. I'm just hoping that he can get a fair shot because to put together a dominant performance like that and still only get a split decision, it is something that I worry about as a trainer. But the cool thing is he don't worry about it. He don't care. I asked him, I said, you want to fight? Who you want me to go after? He said, bro, I don't care. I'm going to beat Johnny Beck, I'm going to beat Lara, and I'm going to beat Adames. Just get me to fight. So I'm just trying to get him the fights right now.
How probable is a Lara fight for him? Obviously, Lara is going to be facing Danny, and Danny was able to get that fight, but he's marketable. He's a word we've been using.
Honestly, I don't think Lara will fight Karan.
They've sparred?
Yeah, he had him in camp. I don't think he'd fight him. I think we're going to have to look in another direction. He's 41. He's probably not going to want to deal with a young guy that know him, that been in camp with him. You know what I mean? I would love if he gave us the opportunity, but I don't think he'd fight Karan right now. And I'm not mad at him for that, but if we become the mandatory, they got to get out the way. I understand how the business go, and older guys don't feel like dealing with a guy 11, 12 years younger than them. No matter how much people say they do, an older fighter don't feel like dealing with that. So I wouldn't expect him to fight him right now. And I think Danny's up his alley. He's looking for like a big fight. He can make a lot of money with a big name. And a big name don't always mean the biggest challenge. And I think Danny got a chance in this fight, but Karan's much bigger than Danny, so it's a different kind of fight.
I did want to bring up your new fighter. You seem very excited on social media. I don't want to butcher his name, but is it Eron Johnson?
You said the first name right. It's Eron Peterson.
Peterson, excuse me. 7-0. You just picked up a win. If you want to fill us in on why we should be following him. Obviously, I just was hip to him because I follow you on social media. So now I'm going to be, following his career.
He has a really good social media following. It's called JYD's World, where he does skits. He's a very unique guy. He has a full-time job. He has 6 kids. He works in waste management overnight. And he only has 6 amateur fights.
Oh, wow.
But Ness, he is the best natural athlete I've ever trained.
You talked about that on social media, about him being a blank canvas, and that's what you were most excited about.
Yep, because he wasn't contaminated. I could tell him to do anything, and he'll do it. And when I say he's a dog, he is a dog. That kid is probably the most roughest, dog-strong kid I've ever been around, man.
How far can you see him going? Because, 6 amateur fights. We got Brian Jennings. He made it to a world title. Gabe Rosado doesn't have many more than that either. But 6 is not a lot.
I'm very confident in him. If I get the right chance and the right matchmaking, I believe I can get him to a title. And
how soon you think we could get him on Pro Box?
They got to call me.
If you got to call them, baby.
Yeah,
you got to call them.
I haven't had any. I'll tell you what. No middleweight prospects has ever called to fight him. He's 7-0 now. So if they call, we could take the work. He's listen. Whatever he lacks in amateur experience, he makes it up for with boxing guys like Julian Williams, Karan Davis, Caleb Plant, and Jerron Ennis. You know what I mean? So I make sure that he get that heavy work. And he's a rough kid. I'm very confident in him.
I seen the picture that you took amongst boxing trainer royalty, man. How was that for you? You know, obviously all you guys are great minds when it comes to this sport.
It was pretty cool. I went home this weekend because Iran had a fight. So I seen Kenny Ellis and Calvin Ford and Bomac and Red and Bozy. So it was cool to see everybody. Everybody had fighters on the card. I think Calvin and Kenny had just came up because a couple of kids from the Baltimore area was on the card. So I didn't even expect to see everybody like that there. So it was pretty cool. We all talked and took pictures and stuff. So that was cool.
Now, I heard you say, give me, I think you said 6 to 8 weeks and just stick a needle in his arm, which triggered me because I know that you're very adamant about PED testing, VADA. Your fighters use VADA. You have a relationship with Margaret Goodman. Can I get your thoughts on the Devin Haney-Ryan Garcia situation?
That's a good question. Ness, I really don't like getting involved in other people's business, but I'll just say this, man. I think that this is nothing against Ryan or Devin because it's not my fight, and I'm careful what I say because those guys going crazy on each other on social media, and I don't want to get involved in that. But what I will say is that nobody really cares about PEDs in boxing. They really don't. They only care when it happens to a fighter that they're directly connected to. You understand what I'm saying? The PED outrage is fake in boxing. But what I will say is this. I think the burden of proof for PEDs is getting too high because now we're starting to get into did it help him? Did it not help him? Did he have intent? Did he didn't have intent? Did he purposely put it in his body? We have to be more clear with this. Either you test positive or you don't. Ness, there's no such thing as being a little bit pregnant. Either you're pregnant or you're not. Either it came up in your system or it didn't. If you took it on purpose, if you didn't take it on purpose, you know how hard that is to prove if you took something on purpose? It's almost impossible. You know how hard it is to prove how much of an effect it had on your body or it didn't? You really can't prove that. All you know is the test said negative or it said positive. So the fact that everybody's talking about, did he really take it? Does Ostarine do this? Does Ostarine do that? I'm like, you guys are missing the point. VADA gives you a banned substance list. They tell you you're responsible for what goes in your body. So whatever is on that list that's banned, if you take it, you're responsible. That's it. You know what I mean? And then we coming up with all of these things about, well, it only helps you cut weight. And it's a weight-based sport. It's the most important thing in boxing. It's the most important
thing. If you have
a
healthy weight cut, you got a great camp.
Well, you're a smart guy. So when people say it only helps you cut weight, you know how miserable it is for guys that have to cut massive amounts of weight and then their sparring is lackluster, they don't have the energy to do their strength and conditioning, and they don't have a fight. So if you could cut weight and you could feel some semblance of being normal and you have a great weight cut, you will fight better. So in anything that helps you burn weight off of you and allows you to keep your energy, and it's on a banned substance list, you cheated. So I don't understand all of the, like the high level, like the level of proof that they want with PEDs is higher than the court of law. I look at it as if you took it or you didn't take it. The test is either negative or positive. And this ain't nothing against Ryan. I just don't understand all of this other stuff that's going about it because now we can't even have a positive test because anybody with money and a good lawyer is going to come up with a reason on how they don't have culpability because they didn't know what they was taking. So now nobody's ever going to get in trouble with PEDs if you could just say, I didn't know I was taking that. It was in my food. It was in my supplement. It was in my water. I mean, what are we doing? You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I just hope it don't never happen to none of my fighters, man. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't want to get involved in Ryan and Devin business. They millionaires. They can figure it out. But it's just stuff is ridiculous with the PEDs in boxing. But, yeah, I do say that. I need 6 to 8 weeks and I need drug testing. I'm more stringent about drug testing than I am about money that my fighters is making in the fight. And anybody negotiated with me can tell you that. That's the first thing I ask. Can we drug test? Because I want to know. That's important to me. You know, once you get to a stage of the mid six figures, you can afford drug testing at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. I have one more, but it slipped my mind, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I know.
We getting old, man. That happened to me.
Slipped my
that happened
mind.
to me once a day, man. Where I'll be having a conversation, and I'll be like, God damn, what was I saying?
Oh, man.
I give you 30 seconds to think about it, man.
Lord. We went through the PEDs. Oh, man, I can't remember.
You asked about Iran, you asked about Karan, you asked about Caleb.
Man, yes, Devin. Since we touched on the PEDs, he is coming back after 4 months. It's rumored that he's fighting Liam Pardo in Australia. The dude that beat Sabril Matias in Puerto Rico.
Oh, shit.
That's what I said. I actually like it, right? Like, how do you earn the fans' respect back so they can stop saying you're chinny? Erase that Ryan fight from their mind. Go against another puncher. But it's dangerous for sure.
In Australia?
That's the rumor. I mean, it's according to Eddie Hearn.
Wow.
He's trying to target that for December in Australia.
You know what? If Devin take that fight, I give that man props. That's a rough fight. That dude did a hell of a job versus
Sabril Matias.
And he did it on the road.
Yep, in his hometown.
People don't know how hard it is to do all your weight cuts and all of that stuff on the road. That's hard. Look how many guys go over there to Saudi in America. They don't look good.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Tim Tszyu. I'm high on Tim Tszyu. I think he's the truth.
Yeah.
2 times he come to the States, he looked a little funny. He lost to Fendora, even though in the headbutt, I thought he was winning the fight.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still a competitive fight. And Terrell got shaved. But at home, in Australia, you look like $1 million. Traveling is a real thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if Devin was to do that, I'd give him big props for that. But Devin already proved his worth to me because he traveled over there to fight George Kambosos twice. So I'm not a critic of Devin Haney. I give Devin Haney a lot of props. I think he's a heck of a fighter. And if he does that, that'll just add to his legacy and his resume. Because traveling for American fighters is a rough thing. Our food is different.
He kind of confirmed it. He put it on Twitter 3 times today because the story broke today, and then hours later he put 3 times on Twitter. So
I give him his props. That's a tough fight.
Yeah.
Because Perro's better than George Kambosos. So I give him his props.
Now, you a trainer, but how important is the sparring? Because I'm looking at it outside looking in. I know Devin sparred Pardo. I know that for a fact.
You know he sparred who?
Pardo.
Okay.
I know that for a fact, and I know there was heavy rumors that I believe for a fact that he's the one that hurt Pardo's face. So I'm assuming to Devin, he is confident. But you're the trainer, you deal with fighters. Do they really believe what they did in sparring can manifest in the ring with smaller gloves and no headgear?
Yeah, I think that sparring is about 75 to 80% relative of a real fight. Now, obviously, it's not everything, because the reason why it's not everything is you don't know who's cutting weight. You don't know if it was more than one sparring partner. You don't know which part of camp it was in. And more important, you don't know what the guy's routine was. For example, let's say me and you spar, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say you getting ready for a fight and you doing 2-a-days and you just had a rough week. You just sparred 10 rounds earlier that week. And on top of that, earlier in the morning, you did your strength and conditioning. And then me and you go to spar, and I have a good day on you.
Okay.
And then people start saying, oh, my God, Breadman kicked Ness's butt. Well, you got to have enough common sense to know that that wasn't the best of Ness at that particular point. So I'm real careful about that because we don't even know whose camp it was. But it does mean something, you know what I mean? It's the most important thing you could do in camp. To be honest with you, it's the #1 conditioning to get ready for a fight. So it does have an impact on what will happen in the fight. So I say it's about 75 to 80% of what will happen. But I don't really comment on sparring because you never know what part of camp these guys was in. You know what I mean? And that's important.
Sure. Now, I was just considering why would he pick him? Because obviously he was champion in recess. He could have easily activated his status for Puello.
He might know something.
He might. That's what I'm saying.
He might feel like, yo, that dude couldn't do nothing with me.
Mm-hmm.
He might honestly know something in his heart.
And get him while he's on a high. Now he just beat the boogeyman. Yeah. So if you're the man that beats the man.
Yeah. He might know something. And he might, because he was over there with Kambosos twice, he might have resources over there where he can make the transition with the food and the sparring and cutting weight and all that. So he might have a situation where it's good for him. Yeah, that's a risky pick. But if he sparred him before and he got the better of him, he's probably confident going in. Like, I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah.
I know what I could do with him. Like,
would you pick him?
Let me look at Paro some more, to be honest with you. But I can remember Anthony Joshua just fought Otto Whalen. And everybody thought it was going to be a tough fight, even me.
I did think it was. I didn't think he was going to do that
blew
easy.
him out,
Yep.
but he had a history with him.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So he knew, regardless of what we were saying, he knew I could take this guy. Because I was like, man, he's a poor man's version of Usyk. He going to give Joshua all kinds of problems, and Joshua destroyed them. So sometimes when you know something, you know something. So maybe Devin know, and like, man, y'all may think he the bomb, but Matias, in Devin's mind, he might think Matias is overrated and he can get out on this guy. So props to them for taking the fight. I think it's a great fight.
All right, Coach, we'll give out your social media, and I want to thank you, obviously, for giving me a couple minutes here, man, and wish you guys the best on this big fight, obviously.
Yep, I appreciate that. What am I? Breadman Boxing on Twitter and Dub Breadman on Instagram.
All right,
Yep.
thank you.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate
There
you.
you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Breadman Edwards, and we're wrapping up the media workout here. Looks like we've come to an end. You're good. Don't worry about it. I think Ellerby is still lingering around here somewhere, but I don't know. My own guy Madison done left. Let me walk around here. I think they're interviewing. This dude is a line of people. I gotta wrap it up. I ain't staying here forever. We tried, right? We came. We tried. What we gonna do is just keep doing more of this until, we mend some of them relationships. Let me make sure I ain't leave nobody behind. If you're watching this on YouTube, smash the thumbs up. Looks like I got Joseph Harrison Ness up there beefing, ready to box Rolly. Yeah, I mean, cause yo, I go to the gym and he don't say like he has an issue with me, but it's always impossible to get an interview. So it's like, bruh, say you don't rock with me so I can stop bothering you. You feel me? But hey, all right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up because they did turn on that music too. I ain't trying to get flagged. To the next one, ladies and gents, arrivederci.